Welcome back to Out and About Today. I'm Pam Wheeler. Last summer's Supreme Court DOMA decision left us all wondering, what does it mean for marriage equality here in Tennessee? Well, Abby Rubenfeld, local attorney, is here to tell us about our marriage equality rights and when we're going to get them. Welcome, Abby Rubenfeld, back to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So, bring us back last summer when DOMA comes out, the decision on DOMA. It means great things for many people, but did it change anything for marriage equality or marriage rights in Tennessee?
Well, yes, it did. I mean, the Windsor decision said that the federal government that the federal government can't get into the business of saying you're not married, you are married. So it threw out DOMA in terms of the federal government recognizing marriages or not. Okay?
Okay. So what does that mean? So if I was married in another state that it was legal, I'd get federal rights.
Yeah, well, what's happened, thanks to the Obama administration, as soon as the decision came out, they were prepared for that. Various different governmental agencies started issuing rulings that the federal government's going to recognize marriages regardless of if your state does or does not.
Right.
And the end result has been, in the almost year since then, that almost every single federal benefit that's provided for marriage is going to be provided to all of us. For example, if you left Tennessee and went to another state to get legally married, same-sex couple, you now, this year for 2013, you have to file your taxes, your federal taxes, as a married couple.
Right. You have to do that now because you got married, right? So, but that doesn't solve marriage equality in Tennessee, because we want the right to get married right here. So you and probably a lot of other people strategized on how best to change that, right?
Well, there wasn't like a grand conspiracy or an overall meeting, but what happened, because the language in Windsor, even though it was kind of a limited ruling about DOMA and the power of the federal government, it was this broad, beautiful, wonderful language about recognizing our relationships and respecting the dignity of our relationships. So in his dissent, even Justice Scalia said, given this ruling, none of the state DOMAs can withstand scrutiny, and I hate to agree with him, but he's absolutely right. And what's happened is, in quite a number of states after that, lawsuits were filed to challenge the state laws and state constitutional amendments, including here in Tennessee. We filed last October with the National Center for Lesbian Rights as sponsoring our case.
So, like you said, other states filed and have already had rulings. Where does our lawsuit stand? We weren't the first to get a ruling. Where are we?
No, I hoped that we were going to be the first in the South, but we've been beaten now by quite a number of states, which is great. We filed last October. Our case is kind of a limited, narrow case. It was designed to be the next small step for the Supreme Court to take, or as I call them, the Supremes, for them to take. Our case is a pure recognition case. It's only about, at this point, we're going to amend it to add other people, but right now it's just about people who got legally married in their state of residence and then moved to Tennessee for work or whatever. One person's in Afghanistan, one couple, the guy's an Afghanistan vet, and I think he got transferred and he's at a base in Memphis. So two of the plaintiffs are veterinary professors at the vet school at the University of Tennessee, and they're expecting a baby any day now. So we filed asking for an injunction against enforcing the statute against these couples, same-sex couples who are legally married in the states they lived in, then moved to Tennessee. We filed for that in October. We thought we were getting a ruling in January. The judge canceled a scheduling conference we had, so we thought the ruling was imminent, but here it is March and we don't have a ruling, and federal judges don't have deadlines. They can take their time, and what happens is they do have a deadline on criminal cases, so that bumps cases, they get busy. So we don't know when she'll rule. Every day I check and see, but we haven't gotten a ruling yet.
So when the ruling comes in our favor, what happens then?
Okay, well, the ruling,
it's just a baby step.
To get a preliminary injunction, part of the standard you have to meet is that the judge has to find that there's a likelihood we're going to succeed on the merits, that the statute's going to be invalid as to these people. So once we win that, then we can amend our lawsuit to add the other folks, people like me who left Tennessee to go to another state and get married and then came home, or people like you who may want to go get a marriage license here in Tennessee and get married, or people who need a divorce, who got married somewhere and need a divorce and the courts here won't let them because they don't recognize the marriage, so they can't get a divorce. So we'll try to add in all those people and keep it in the same case so we can get the whole statute thrown out. And it will happen.
And so do all those once you get that first initial ruling, do all those groups get added?
Well, we'll add them. I've had quite a number of people. I mean, I think there's huge support for this movement in Tennessee. I've had quite a number of people email my website from my office or contact the organization that I'm working with, NCLR. I should also say the law firm of Sherrard and Rowe is helping us, which is awesome. That's a firm like that. And Bill Harbison, who's president-elect of the Tennessee Bar Association, is co-counsel on the case. That's a big step.
There's a lot of support.
Yeah,
right?
There's a lot of support. So we'll vet some other plaintiffs and add people that represent the different categories, people that went out of state from Tennessee, people that want licenses in Tennessee, people who need a divorce. We'll file another lawsuit and combine it, or file an amended complaint in this lawsuit so that the judge can rule on the overall statute.
So we're almost out of time, and I just want to put you on the spot and ask you, if you had your best guess, you've been working in the trenches for a long time, when do you think we will have full marriage equality?
I've been telling people 2 years. Across the country it'll be done. Every state will be legal. That's my guess.
I love that, actually. I don't know. Okay, so we're out of time. We'll talk to you again. Thanks, Abby.
Thank you.
And when we come back, Chuck is right here with the Entertainment Outlook, so stay with us.
That was fast.
This is a Storm 5 HD weather update. Sign up for weather